for our girls seniors. They fought hard. That was a hard-fought game. That game went down to the wire. But nevertheless, the boys' game coming up, a very exciting matchup. Going to be highly anticipated. Toriano Stokes will jump it up against Ash. The tip is controlled by LeMoyne-Owen, and we're underway here at Lane College. And a step going to be called on LeMoyne-Owen. It'll turn over to the Lane College Dragons.
Yeah, and if I was a betting man, I would say that this game is going to look pretty similarly to the women's game in terms of that fourth quarter. I think we're going to get a good game. That fourth quarter is going to be fun, man. I'm ready to get there.
Here's Damaric Brown. I talked to him yesterday when he was washing clothes in the basement. Nice ditch down low. And Lucious Brown from the free throw line, but Brown comes up with the follow-up miss. Damaric Brown, that is.
Right on cue. I mean, that's just that hustle right there. That's what you got to start this game out with early on. Hustle and energy.
Hurt being trapped in the baseline, and turnover for the the LeMoyne-Owen Magicians. Already with 2 turnovers today.
Yeah, and I mean, you knew how this game was going to start off. This game was going to start off full of intensity. You know, the crowd was going to be into it. Both benches were going to be into this game, and you know, I expect nothing less than a high intense game throughout these these 2 halves.
Tyrone Banks was not backing off of Damaric Brown. Free throw line jumper was no good. On the attempt, that was Dante Mitchell. Banks hurt for 3. Jerry Hurt could not connect, and it'll go out of bounds to the Dragons.
Yeah, I'm ready to see what is this game gonna look like when the crowd gets out of it a little bit and things slow down. You know, I think it's gonna come down to who can execute in the half court more efficiently, and who just has a more crisp game.
LeMoyne-Owen wanted a walk on that step, and Jalen Lewis or Lou Johnson off front iron. A 4-0 start for the Dragons. Wide open from the from the three-point line, but not connecting with that shot was Devin Booker, and he'll turn it over.
Another Chicago boy, too. I just noticed he went to Bogan. I'm real familiar with Bogan High School. I actually beat those guys in the football game, so I got a couple hometown people here.
Are you familiar with those players?
No, I'm not. I'm not familiar with the players, but I'm familiar with my city, and I'm familiar where they went to school, so, hometown people nonetheless.
Dante Mitchell from the baseline couldn't connect. And a loose ball foul is going to be called against Brown, I believe. They are going to tag Brown with that loose ball foul. It'll go to the Magicians. Controlling the show on the top of the circle, this is Tyrone Banks. Mason. Back to Banks. They tried for an alley-oop, but Ash was all over that.
Ooh.
And a foul's going to be called against Mitchell, I believe. A shooting foul? I'm not sure I agree with that one.
Yeah, I didn't see I saw the attempt at the swipe, but I didn't necessarily see him swipe. I didn't see him connect.
They're going to call that on Kadarius Ash, his first of the game, a chance for LeMoyne-Owen to put some points on the board.
I give you a break there, Drew. They're both purple, so I give you a break there.
You realize I almost said Miles College.
I heard. They're both purple, that's all. They threw you off a little bit. It's okay.
Mason drills the first free throw attempt, a business management major. Chicago, Illinois native himself. Drills the second one. Lou Johnson. Brown working it against Tyrone Banks. I think Brown got the start for Sanders, and he'll lay it in. just took it in there and just laid that one in. That was easy.
That all started with his beautiful footwork, too. He got the defender on skates. He leaned past him, and I mean, my goodness, what a beautiful finish.
This is Booker. Now back outside. And Tyrone Banks is going to get called for steps. It'll turn right back over to the Dragons. DeMarc Brown with a screen by Lucious Brown. And Lucious Brown will control it. He'll drive, ditch it to Mitchell, who can't connect. Up for grabs pass caught by Hurt. And he'll get fouled by Kendarius Ash.
That was a beautiful look ahead by Tory Mason. That was like a little Brown to D-Wade type play, but, I mean, you know, that was just a beautiful find. Way to attack and way to realize that your team is scoring. You're going to have to get out here and transition and attack the basket, and, you know, you're going to have to trust your luck from the free throw line.
They'll call that on Mitchell. Jerry Hurt, the Memphis native himself, at the line for the Magician, sinks the first one. And I'm actually familiar with Jerry Hurt. He and I went to the same high school together.
You Memphis boys, huh?
Yep. Hurt sinks the second one, cuts the lead to 2. DeMarc Brown following his screener, Ash, working it up against Tyrone Banks. Ash, he can shoot threes, but he'll dish this one out to Luke Johnson, who pulls up but can't connect. And Ash tried to clean it up, but Lucious Brown got the rebound and knocked it off of Banks.
And Lane is getting some really good looks here at the basket. They're just failing to capitalize.
Right.
And I mean, and that was kind of the story again with the Lady Dragons. You know, when you got them great looks down low, you have to take advantage of those, and you have to find a way to put those in the basket.
Brown. Ash inside. Baseline jumper is no good. They're going to say that he slapped his arm. They'll call that one on Tory Mason.
And that's the threat that Ash possesses, right? Especially once he puts you on his hip and he gets down low and starts to back you down. Whether he turns over his left or right shoulder, he has the ability to elevate over any defender, and that's what he creates.
That brings us to our first media timeout. 16 minutes even left to go in the first half. Dragons by 2.
Attention Lane College students, we are proud to say that the Lane store is now open. We have everything you need, from those on-the-go snacks like your favorite chips and drinks, hot foods, and even toiletry essentials for those toiletry needs. And don't forget about the chicken wing specials, including the 6-piece combo with a side and drink for only $6. So come out and support your Lane store. It's just a walk away.
Welcome back to J.F. Lane Gymnasium. The Dragons lead it by 2. Julian Atkins, Tyler Newkirk with you. And just 4 minutes chipped away of the first half, and a little bit of a low-scoring affair right now.
Yeah, and you saw, you know, the way the game opened up. You saw, you know, the crowd was into it, the players were into it, both benches were into it, and, you know, you were able to see the intensity of it. And now that we're a couple minutes here into the game, it kind of died down a little bit. Both teams are starting to feel each other out just a little bit more. And, you know, now they're really settling down. As I said, a couple minutes, but 16 minutes left here in the first half. But, you know, both teams are trying to find themselves right now early on, trying to settle into the game and, you know, just play smooth basketball. The rivalry noise is out of the way right now.
Kendarius Ash, the senior who was honored today, one of the seniors for Lane College, misfires on the first free throw attempt, the senior from Decatur, Georgia. The lovely hometown. Ash misses both of them.
And those are the ones that they're going to need as this game progresses. They're going to need those free throws.
Hurt with the dish inside. They'll get it right back to him.
And right now, if you're LeMoyne-Owen, I'm waiting on them to set those back screens to look weak side, because the weak side three-point shot is wide open, especially if they can get some kind of back screen.
Mason. Stokes working it against Ash, and he'll get charged for the offensive foul.
Yeah, and you can see he's looking like, what did I do wrong? If anything, it could have gone either way. He got away with a travel as well. But, it's just a little bit too aggressive. With great position in there on defense, and he just got a little overzealous.
Think they got him with that chicken wing there. That little chicken wing with no sauce.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's a big fella. I don't think he has a little chicken wing. I think that's if his body hits you, you're going to feel it.
Brown on the inside, can't connect. On the other end. And a foul's going to be called against DeMaric Brown.
And that's a great foul. That is a textbook. Go ahead, Drew.
Miles Lee will get charged with the foul. I'm going to let you. Actually, I think I got the name mixed up. That's Devin Booker.
Devin Booker on the line, and then DeMaric Brown with the foul. But I was going to say, I thought that was a brilliant foul there by DeMaric Brown. And obviously it's a foul, but out in transition, not letting Booker there get the easy two. Making sure you foul him hard enough to where he can't get the and one. That's a textbook play. That's how you foul him. That's how you're supposed to foul.
With those two free throws, the game is now tied at 6 with just 15 minutes left to go. Brown. Mitchell for 3, no good. Tyrone Brooks on the inside, and an offensive foul is going to be called against LeMoyne-Owen.
And that's a heck of a job by Lucious Brown. Just running back, getting back on defense, committing to getting back and getting himself in position to lead a call in the ref's hands.
Some perplexion, apparently, for Lane. Brown, the big ball handler. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Here's Booker. Hurt for 3, no.
Yeah,
Who are they going to call that foul on?
They're going to get Ash. They're going to get Ash on the push-up. When Ash went up to grab the rebound, he used his left hand. His left arm. He used his left arm to kind of clear the defender out. So that's the right call. Unfortunate, because what is that? I think that's the second foul on Ash.
Yeah, I think that is the second foul on Ash.
It was a foul call. It was a good call by the ref.
And a lot has happened in an and one attempt coming up for Booker.
And that's just a lack of focus. That's a lack of focus there by Lane. I mean, you got to pay attention to the ball, especially the inbounder. He deserves the most attention because he's the one facilitating the ball. And now you're going to get Booker back at the free throw line to potentially convert the and one.
Can he?
He can.
Yep. Martez Briggs is going to be replacing Tory Mason. And 2 former high school teammates are on the court tonight because Martez Briggs is a Memphis native. I also went to high school with him.
I guess Memphis is representing pretty heavily. Memphis and Chicago, huh?
Brown on the inside, stolen by Hurt.
Showtime.
Here's Booker on the Euro step. And another offensive foul is going to be called against LeMoyne-Owen.
I tell you what, that's a tough call. That's a tough call there if you're the Magicians. And you can see that the head coach, William Anderson, is not happy with the call at all. I mean, I thought the ref might have blown the whistle there a little bit prematurely, but nonetheless, offensive foul, Lane ball.
And he's complaining about it like it's going to change. It's not going to change. You get fouled, they call a foul, it stays with the foul. Top of the circle, working it up against Hurt. Here's Brown now.
They got to pay attention to the shot clock.
They do just that, and Lucious Brown lays it in just as the shot clock expires. Up top to Briggs as Hurt was in dodge. Booker for three. Yes! Wow. 4-point lead for the Magicians now.
And that was a rhythm shot. That was a rhythm three. You could tell. As soon as he called it, he knew what he was going to do.
And now a blocking foul is going to be called underneath. And LeMoyne-Owen fans not liking that one.
Yeah, you can hear the boos coming from their fan section. I tell you what, I'm not going to boo, but I think that could have been an offensive foul.
They've been calling it on LeMoyne-Owen all game. I think that's the reason why the boos came about. Justin Anderson chips the lead down to 3.
$13 minutes and 26 seconds here in the first half. 13:26 left here in the first half.
Anderson. An over the line violation. Can't shoot it and go over the line. Great acknowledgement by the referees.
I'm waiting to see. Yeah, see, every time they go to that press, if they just look ahead, they'll see they have a man wide open weak side every single time.
Bad pass by Hurt, stolen by Mix, who turns it right back over. So a dramatic game early on here in the first half. The Dragons trail by 3. Top of the circle, this is Booker now. Hurt. Briggs. Deep 3 by Booker. Can't fall.
It looked good.
Jameer Mix.
Oh, he missed the oop.
Three-pointer, good. Justin
Anderson
Anderson ties the game. And Hurt, another offensive foul, and you know the Magicians are not going to agree with that one.
I mean, that defensive position right now, Lane is paying close attention on the defensive end, especially when it comes down to the hustle plays. The hustle plays, like, just getting in position, take the charge. Those are the little things right now that they're doing, to pretty much, they don't have the lead, but to pretty much have the advantage thus far.
That's Hurt's first personal foul, and we're not even 10 minutes into the half, and both teams have 6 fouls.
Yeah.
That's how intense this game is.
Paying attention to detail. Both teams right now defensively are paying attention to detail.
Johnson with a screen from Mix. A big body collision. And a foul's going to be called underneath as Daniel Hill tried to drive that one in.
And it looks like they're going to get number 5, Andrew Anderson, on a foul. Let's say he pushed off.
So they're in the bonus 1-and-1 situation for Daniel Hill, the Jackson native himself. First free throw attempt goes in. 1-point lead for the Dragons. Hill knocked down. 2-point lead, 14-12 with 12:15 left to go in the first half.
And again, if they just look down court, they have a wide open man every time down court. Every time Lane goes to that press, all they have to do is just look up.
Another turnover. And here's Mix, and he'll get called for steps. Another media timeout The Dragons lead 14-12. We'll be back.
Hey everybody, I hope your students enjoyed your summer. This 2018-2019 school year, we have a lot in store for you. And speaking of stores, make sure you visit your local bookstore so you can get your books. Every student this year is entitled to their own books. It's included in your tuition. So stop by today. It's behind your water tower located right by the all-girls dorm. On your way there, you'll see the gym and you'll see the blacktop. Just make sure you're looking out for the bookstore. We can't wait to see you.
Back here at JF Lane Gymnasium, the cheerleaders here. Fans packed into the stands quite nicely.
Also want to give a special shout out. You know, they came over and they told us the football recruits, the Lane College football recruits are in attendance. So I just wanted to kind of give a special shout out to them and thank them for coming out on Dragon Day today.
I'm excited to see what our future holds for the football team. 14-12 here at Lane College Gymnasium, JF Lane Gym.
12 minutes into this. We have 12 minutes left, in this first half.
Top of the circle, this is Anderson. Briggs. Travel. He'll get called for steps.
And I was just about to say, great ball movement. I thought he had one more pass in him, and I thought that would have been the three-point shot that they were looking for.
Hill. There's Anderson, Justin Anderson.
You know, one thing I'm noticing, both teams are getting a little bit lazy.
What a crossover by Hill, but he couldn't finish the three-point attempt.
Great hustle there by Juan Curry.
And a block by Hurt, battle for the rebound. And a couple of bodies are hitting the floor. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball, the possession arrow will favor the Dragons.
Listen, that entire possession right there was all due to DeJuan Curry. I mean, the hustle he had to get the ball out for a second chance opportunity. And he's the biggest guy on the court right now. And then to put his body down on the floor and go down there and get the jump ball, I mean, my God.
Over the top pass to Hill, who will ditch it to Mix, who will fire from three, no good. Andrew Anderson, Hurt for three, no good. Daniel the rebound, Daniel Hill. The lob and the almost throw down by DeJuan Curry.
Well, I tell you, if he would have hit that, I mean, the crowd would have gone crazy. They going crazy, and he missed it.
The lob, they're trying to be fancy here.
I tell you what, this is like the All-Star game.
An offensive foul is going to be called on Lane College.
I think these guys are getting. I think these guys are getting ready for the All-Star game coming up. I think that's what it is. NBA All-Star game is coming up, and they just trying to add their little 2 cents into it.
Wow. This game is, to say that this game is intense is an understatement. This game is much more than intense. Anderson, top of the circle. Here's Hurt now. Mason, Anderson, or excuse me, that's Banks. And he'll pull up from the baseline and he'll hit nothing. And he'll hear it from the crowd. Daniel Hill with the ditch to Curry, and he cannot finish. Anderson not wasting any time. Free throw line jumper, no good. Rebound Curry.
All right, settle down here. Settle down. Settle down. Run some offense. Settle down. Leave the big plays alone right now. Just take the points.
Daniel Hill. They live from wide open, and that's going to be the key And that's going to be the result if you leave Daniel Hill wide open.
And that's how you do it. That is exactly how you do it right there. Understand, the big plays aren't working right now. The big plays are, yes, they're fun, they're good, but, just take the simple things right now. He got it.
To answer, Banks, no good. Hill from Brown. And he'll take it in. And he'll miss. Behind the back dribble pass by Hurt. A lot is happening, and Anderson could not connect on the baseline jumper, but it'll go out of bounds to the Magicians.
You see the crowd letting him hear for the air ball.
Some technical difficulties. The officials trying to sort everything out. Hopefully everything's okay. Mason. The crossover. And what a dish. And what a play that was. Devin Booker will get fouled, but what a crossover by, who was that? Was that Banks? That was Tyrone Banks.
I mean, my goodness, from the crossover to the pass. I mean, the only thing they were missing was the finish.
Booker knocks down the first free throw. Leonard will check out. He'll take a seat. Curry will take his place. Banks, or excuse me, that's Booker, knocking down the second free throw. Cuts the lead to 3.
Smart idea right now for Lane to kind of get some offense going. And this has been pretty consistent for him all season. Lucious Brown down low.
Brown can't finish. They have not been able to finish off of these nice plays, Tyler.
Yeah, and these missed points, they can easily be up probably at least 10 points right now off of just the missed baskets alone and the missed free throws. Those are going to be something that they're going to have to take advantage of.
Lou Johnson will check in, and D'Angelo Brown will take a seat. Isn't that a Steelers running back name, D'Angelo Brown?
Yeah, it was.
Lucious Brown gets fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair.
No, it was. He did. It was D'Angelo Brown did play for the Steelers. He did. I don't believe he's with them anymore. I think he's retired. I think this is his first year he's retired. But no,
really?
You're right. Yeah, he played for the Steelers. He played for the Panthers. He's been around the NFL a little bit.
But this is not the same D'Angelo Brown that we're talking about. Lucious Brown knocks down the first free throw. Second attempt. Brown. No good. Hurt the rebound.
Now they got to look up. Look up. Look up. There you go.
Three-pointer on the way is good. A knockdown three-pointer by Torius Carwell.
And I mean, listen, and that's the risk that you take if you're laying by putting on the pressure like that. But that's something that's been open for LeMoyne-Owen all game long. And they're just taking advantage of it now. But if you're laying, now it's time to make the necessary adjustment.
Hill couldn't answer. Hurt the rebound. This is Booker. And he'll lay that one in smoothly, and he'll give the Magicians the lead. Brown and ISO gets hurt. Here's Hill. Brown for three. No good. And a battle for the rebound. Booker stepped out of bounds. That was Banks that stepped out of bounds. And that'll take us to our third. That'll take us to our third media timeout. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the game of the year. The cheerleaders erupting with excitement.
Right now, you guys are getting to see a battle of the crowds right now. The LeMoyne-Owen crowd versus the Lane crowd. You're having a little dance off. It's exciting to watch right now.
And I believe those are the LeMoyne-Owen cheerleaders that are on the other side of us.
True rivalry form in fashion right now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely on display right now. And you can hear the boos from the crowd. Brown inside with the reverse layup. Can't connect.
You gotta love it, Drew.
I love rivalry games. And this is one example why, as Tyrone Banks lays it in. Extends the lead to 3.
It's 6:35 here in the first half. I mean, this game has been more exciting. I mean,
that's Daniel Hill.
Yeah. This game is starting to heat up a little bit on the court, but the fans definitely had this game on fire right now.
Oh, yeah, of course. Hurt for 3, and it's good.
I think that in any other gym, I think that three-pointer might have shut the crowd up, but our crowd kept going.
Right.
He got louder.
You got to love HBCU rivalry week.
Absolutely. There's nothing like two HBCUs storied like Lane and LeMoyne-Owen. Oh.
DeJuan Curry could not handle the miss.
Pass had just a little bit too much mustard on it. Man. I mean, listen, that's a tough pass to handle. That's a really tough pass to handle there if you're Curry. Great look. It's a really great look by Daniel Hill, but, I mean, that's tough. And now we're trying to want to see what the coach is talking to the ref about.
I think he's telling them to stay inside of the box. HBCU rivalry week. You got to love it. Tyrone Banks from the free throw line knocks it down. Extends the lead to 6.
And Tyrone Hill right now, he's just taking this ball game over. I mean, he's showing right now that he's going to be that guy for his team, at least early on here in the first half.
Screen on Hurt by Mix. Brown. DeMaric Brown couldn't connect on the layup. Tyrone Banks. Three-pointer on the way is good. What a three-pointer by Torius Carwell. Extends the lead to 9.
All right, now if you're Lane, you got to be careful here. 5 minutes in the first half. You got to be careful. LeMoyne-Owen is threatening a real good run as they went up 9 now, but, you know,
an offensive foul is going to be called on Jameer Mix for the screen.
Yeah, they got to be careful here. They got to be careful. I mean, this is dangerous. This is dangerous waters right now if you're Lane.
And as we speak, the LeMoyne-Owen crowd is still woofing at the LCD crowd. What a game to get to call here, Tyler.
I know, right? This is exciting. This is my first time being able to really experience this rivalry game and call it. And I'm calling it alongside you. This is your first game, so I feel like this is history right here.
This game will go down in history, I believe. Carwell for three. No good, but they've been able to connect from outside. A floater was no good by Banks. Hill trying to get Lane back into this. They're down by 9. Three-pointer on their way in. Good by Justin Anderson.
And that's what they needed right there. They needed to stop that run a little bit, or at least halt it. That was a bad shot there by
Booker couldn't answer, but it'll knock out of bounds to Lane.
Yeah, that was a bad shot by Booker, but that was the answer you needed if you were Lane. Justin Anderson hitting that big three-point shot. Now they have to continue to kind of build off of that. They cut into the streak a little, cut into the run a little bit. Excuse me. But now they're gonna have to, be sharp down the stretch. Don't let them keep kind of expanding on this lead.
Couple of subs for both teams. Stokes will check back in, and Lou Johnson will check back in as well. Mitchell. Lou Johnson from the baseline. Can't connect.
And those are the ones that they have to start hitting. Oh, my goodness. He almost got him.
They almost got him again with a crossover. Hurt for three. Yes! Jerry Hurt extends the lead back to 9. Answers the three from Johnson.
These boys are balling. These boys are flat out balling right now. And, this is such a great game to watch. Even better game to call.
Brown up top. For three is Anderson. No good. Mix. Brown. The cleanup off the glass.
That's just being in the right place at the right time. Oh.
Here's Hurt. You want to guard him. He's a spectacular three-point shooter.
And he's shifty.
Very shifty as he airballs that one. Brown up top. Mix for three. And it is good. Jameer Mix cuts the lead to 4.
That's a big-time shot. Big-time shot by Mix. Now you're going to hear Lane's crowd get up a little bit. Fans get into it here. 2:40 in the first half.
This game is intense.
I know. It should be. It's like it's getting more and more excited the farther we get into this game.
A very, very intense rivalry game that we get to call. Shot clock inside of 5, and an and-one opportunity. I believe that was Carwell again. Yep, that's Carwell.
That was great defense. I didn't see much of a foul there, but that was great defense and even better offense. Put enough English on the ball to spin it on in the rim and got the chance at an and one.
Another media timeout on the floor. 2:26 left to go. Lane College trails by 6. Welcome back to JF Lane Gymnasium. Not only have the students piled here in the gym, but the faithful from LeMoyne-Owen, they have brought the 901 to the 713. to the 7-3 one.
Yeah, that's in full effect right now. The crowd shows it. The fans show it. This game right now is showing it. And, I don't know too much about that. I'm from the 3-1 to the 708, the 773. That's Chicago.
Torius Carwell. Three-point play was good. 7-point lead for the Magicians now. They'll get it up top to Brown.
He missed the back door. He missed the back door. He had it back door.
They will go back door. Brown rejected by Stokes. And on the other end, bad defense by Mix as Tyrone Banks lays it in.
And there goes that name again. I mean, we said it a little bit earlier. Tyrone Banks right now has been the player this first half for LeMoyne-Owen. He's been that guy who said, I'm going to take advantage of whatever the defense gives me, and I'm going to shoot the basketball and score.
Here's Lucious Brown working it up against Stokes, and he'll get called for the body foul. Brown at the line for 1-and-1 situation. And the bonus, they will go to the free throw line. Free throws win ball games, and missed free throws can come back to hurt you, Tyler.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to fight back now from a deficit. Those are key. You got to hit them. You got to take any point you can get.
Jerry Hurt has not come out of the game yet, I don't think. Bad pass. It's corralled by Hurt. Carwell for three again. No good. Rebound Mix.
You got to slow it down. Slow the ball down. You don't have numbers. Oh, he failed.
A ditch inside. Dante Mitchell finished that fast break.
Well, excuse me. They got lucky. Tyrone Banks fell in that last play.
Tyrone Banks.
There he is.
There he is.
There he is.
Adjusting off of that miss. Or adjusting for falling. And what a shot. That was good by Justin Anderson. Booker for three, and it's good. And he high steps his way, celebrating across midcourt. And a quick timeout for the Dragons. The Magicians have opened up a 10-point lead here against the Dragons. And they are on the road threatening, taking advantage of them losing their starters. We'll be right back. (42-32) with 42 seconds left to go in the half. The Dragons trail by 10, their largest lead of the game. The Magicians. Hill. The ditch on the inside, and the non-finish. Battle for the rebound. Hurt. A behind-the-back pass and the floater, and an offensive foul is going to be called against Hurt, and he cannot believe that.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, especially, because it looked like he might have eluded the defender there trying to take the charge.
With 12 seconds left, 5 seconds now.
4.
Hill pulls up and can't connect. And that's how the first half will come to an end. The Dragons trail by 10. And the LeMoyne-Owen Magicians have come on the road and have stunned the home crowd. Stunning the home crowd as of right now. We'll be right back after these creative messages from the Mass Communications Department of Lane College.
LeMoyne-Owen. Right now, the leading scorer right now for LeMoyne-Owen has been Devin Booker. He put up 15 points in the first half. He also had, one rebound. And pretty much, scoring was his biggest threat for this team thus far early on. He also had a little bit of help from Jerry Hurt. They've been probably the two biggest players thus far for LeMoyne-Owen, with also an honorable mention for Tyrone Banks. Tyrone Banks had a bigger impact on that first half, more so than, the points reflected for him. He only has, well, not only, but he has 8 points thus far. And also Therese Carwell, he had a big first half for him as well with 9 points. But, what separated LeMoyne-Owen was their first half percentage. First half percentage, they shot 50%. And then from the free throw line, they went a perfect 10 for 10. So, those are the perfect recipes, that are necessary in order to keep you in the lead and ultimately win a basketball game. For Lane, they struggled a little bit more. They had a little bit of a harder time scoring the basketball as a team. More so, rather than anything, Justin Anderson had the biggest first half for them with 3-pointers. He has 9 points, following Daniel Hill with 7 points. So, we got to see if Lane can pick something up offensively more so as a team and get things going here in the second half.
And let's give a little bit of credit to the crowd here. What kind of stats do they get, Tyler? Because they've been on their feet.
I don't know if
making this game intense.
I don't know if it's necessarily a stats grade. Well, if we're gonna say stats, then we're gonna get him the perfect 10 for 10.
Over Kendarius Ash, Tory Mason knocks down the baseline jumper.
Yeah, and you see that's a bad sign here for Lane to see them getting things going early. But a crowd grade is probably an A+. It's probably a perfect 10 for 10, and they get their credit. And I believe this is going up to a 20 for 20, and I think they're gonna go crazy.
Lou Johnson, and on the floor foul is going to be called against Tory Mason. Fouled Kendarius Ash. DeMarc Brown up top, Kendarius Ash.
Good back.
Backdoor feed
did
not work.
Yeah.
And couldn't get it off for Lou Johnson. It'll turn over to the Magicians, and full court pressure being displayed by Lou Johnson.
Yeah, and that on that last play, that ball probably would have been better if it was, if it was a bounce pass rather than a bullet. I think could have got to him a little bit better.
Hurt for 3, and he knocks that one down, extends the lead to 15.
Yeah, and there it is, Jerry Hurt again. Now that adds to his total. Now he has 12 points. But if you're Lane, right now the way this is looking, you might need an early time out here to kind of settle things down. The Magicians has come out and they've done magic thus far in this second half.
5-0 start for the Magicians, and you're right, Tyler. Great analogy, but Lucious Brown will end that run.
And that's what they need. Now they have to lock in defensively. They got to take care of, they got to take care of things on this end. If they can't take care of things on this end, they're going to be in trouble.
You're absolutely right, Tyler. Defense wins championships. I will keep saying that. Defense wins anything. Hurt and dodge. Booker for 3. Knocks it down in the face of Brown.
And again, that is the recognition you have to have if you're the Dragons. Understanding that, you are forcing them into a little bit tough shots, but they're hitting the tough shots. So now you have to start pressing out. You have to move. He traveled. Yep, he traveled. He took a step before he dribbled. But, you have to extend the pressure. You can't continue to sag off and let them get up any remotely good of a shot. Every time you do that, they've proven that they'll hit those tough jumpers.
Another thing, you have to eliminate turnovers, especially stupid fouls. The lay-in by Tyrone Banks, that was too easy.
Oh, my God. Ole, 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 ole.
Please stop.
My goodness, you like my singing, Jude. Come on, stop. Come on.
Everybody on campus loves my singing, not yours.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Banks knocks it back in, but Mason knocks it right back out, and it'll turn over to the Dragons.
And that's the difference right there. The Magicians weren't able to come up with the turnover, but the pressure, the intensity, the hustle, that is right now, that is the biggest advantage that they have right now over the Dragons. They're out hustling them, they're out playing them, they're out aggressing. I know that's not a word. They're being more physical than they are, and they're being smarter with the basketball.
You're absolutely right, because that was not a wise pass to throw behind DeMark Brown. And Tory Banks turns it right back over. And the throwdown, what a dunk. That's Dante Mitchell. For three is Booker again. No good. Rebound by Brown. DeMark Brown. The dish and the spin move by Hill, and the dish to Ash, who finishes.
I mean, oh my goodness, what a finish. I mean, my goodness. It all started with the hustle, though. Smart basketball play.
Hurt. Working up against Mitchell. He'll fire over Mitchell, and that's no good. Daniel Hill. The pull-up three-pointer. No good. Rebound by Jerry Hurt.
And that was a good transition three. I liked it. It could have, he probably could have took another dribble or two to try to get the little easy mid-range shot, but when you got a shooter like him, I wouldn't mind that three-point shot.
I was even a little iffy about that, but hey, it could have gone either way as Stokes knocks down that one for mid-range. Hill on the drive. Mitchell, the three, no good. Mitchell, the rebound, but it's taken by Hurt. And Mason, the throwdown.
Yeah, Lane is going to have to be looking for a timeout here pretty soon. Yeah, they are down 18 right now. They're going to have to look for some kind of they're going to get him for the reach-in.
Reach-in foul. And that'll bring us to our first media timeout. Lane College is trying to rally, but LeMoyne-Owen trying to prevent it.
Hey everybody, I hope your students enjoyed your summer. This 2018-2019 school year, we have a lot in store for you. And speaking of stores, make sure you visit your local bookstore so you can get your books. Every student this year is entitled to their own books. It's included in your tuition. So stop by today. It's behind your water tower located right by the all-girls dorm. On your way there, you'll see the gym and you'll see the blacktop. Just make sure you're looking out for the bookstore. We can't wait to see you.
Attention Lane College students, we are proud to say that the Lane store is now open. We have everything you need, from those on-the-go snacks like your favorite chips and drinks, hot foods, and even toiletry essentials for those toiletry needs. And don't forget about the chicken wing specials, including the 6-piece combo with a side and drink for only $6. So come out and support your...
Welcome back to the one-sided action. LeMoyne-Owen has taken full control of this game. Ash was pointing at the clock saying that it was still in timeout mode. We're back to basketball now.
And there's another unnecessary turnover. Another unnecessary turnover that they can't afford to have.
The ball is batted out of bounds by LaJustin Anderson. Mitchell will take a seat. Lucious Brown will come back into the game. 15-12 left to go. The lob, but Ash was all over that.
I mean, I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I mean, I didn't see much. It looked like he tried to throw a back door. You know, he tried to do one of those tricks where he flip over his outside shoulder or his baseline shoulder and go back door for a oop.
Oh, what a crossover by Hurt. And the step back three-pointer was no good. Mitchell driving it all the way in and the foul.
Great attack and finish there by Brown. And that is what you have to do, especially when you're down in the game. You got to be aggressive. You got to get the crowd into it. You need igniter plays that are going to ignite your offense. Get the crowd into it. Now you're hearing the cheerleaders and, you know, everybody else is making noise. Those are the plays that you need right now.
Plenty of basketball left. Lane College is only down by 16. Make it 15.
14:55 here in the game in the second half.
Banks. Booker now. Brown. Hurt. Mason for three, and that's good. And they need to find a way to chase LeMoyne-Owen off the three-point line.
And where they're shooting themselves in the foot is when they go to that help defense. When they go to help, anytime you go to help defense or you overcommit to one man, you know, mass shows that you're leaving somebody wide open.
To answer, LaJustin Anderson.
And that was the same exact thing, but on the opposite end right there. The open player just has to, once they find him, he has to hit the shot.
Aggressive defense, but a little bit too aggressive. But they forced a turnover as the LeMoyne-Owen player, Jalen Jackson, got called for steps.
And that's one, if you're that coach, you have to be frustrated with, because, I mean, you had the mid-range shot, Coach Anderson.
Nobody accounted for LaJustin Anderson, but he just couldn't knock that one down. And the rebound by Brown gives Lane a fresh 30. Brown, Anderson, second chance opportunity, good.
I tell you what we caught. That's a 2 for $1. That's that 2 for $1. You missed the first one, you get it back from the same spot, you knock it down. Beautiful basketball.
That's great analogy. Where did you learn that?
Chicago. Playing ball in the court to Chicago.
Wow. Another three-point shot. This time it's Tory Mason. They need to find a way to chase them off the free throw line and give them their respect by contesting the three instead of just nonchalantly not contesting.
I mean, listen, they're going to learn the hard way if they keep letting that happen. I mean, he tried to answer. He nearly got the answer. But, I mean, they're going to learn the hard way if they keep leaving guys like Tory Mason open for three ball.
Battle for the ball, and LeMoyne-Owen will retain possession.
You know, they're having lapses in defense. Right now, offensively, they're doing the necessary things to come back in this basketball game. But defensively, that's when they're lacking a little bit. They're having a whole lot of lapses that are leaving guys wide open, and, you know, guys like Tory Mason are able to knock down wide open three-point shots.
Tyrone Banks.
Mismatch. He got the mismatch.
Over Brown, no. LaJustin Anderson, the rebound, Hill. And a bad pass stolen away by LeMoyne-Owen, and Banks will get fouled.
Yeah, that's a good foul. I mean, it didn't look like he necessarily meant to foul him, but it is one of those things as a player. So that was a really good foul, prevented the breakaway dunk. So, you know, good foul. You didn't want to personally take it, but it kept 2 points off the board.
$12 minutes left to go. The Magicians are in control, leading by 15, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Hill.
And now defensively for the Dragons, you got to be aggressive. And when I say aggressive, I don't mean, you know, not in control or out of control. I mean, you got to be aggressive in the sense that understand that you're down 15 points right now with 12:34 left in the second half. I mean, at some point, you're going to have to lock in defensively and focus. And it's time to start getting stops.
Here's Brandon Clemens up top. Back to Booker. Jackson. Pass to Griggs.
And they're just running the classic three-man weave.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. And Lou Johnson stepped out of bounds. We'll turn that right back over.
Yeah, that's a tough one because really and truly he probably could have just let that ball go out of bounds. But, you know, he decided to, I just said, be aggressive. Ended up costing him.
Tyler, it seems as if they've already lost Holt and Sanders for the year. It seems when Kadarius Ash is out of the game, this is a whole different ball team.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's tough losing two of your main guys, two seniors and two guys that control the court. That's tough.
Daniel Hill, the turnaround J.
That's a beautiful turnaround. But, you know, it's tough when you lose two guys of their caliber. But as a team, you got to respond. Those aren't the only two guys on the court, even when they are healthy. So, you know, now it's just time for some other guys to step up, and they got to make plays.
Up top, shot clock inside of 10 seconds. Banks will drive it in, and an offensive foul is going to be called on Banks.
Yeah, he just got out of control there. He got out of control with that spin move, and looks that's going to lead us into immediate timeout.
Immediate timeout. We'll be back. They ain't trying to rally. Back here at J.F. Lane Gymnasium, the Dragons down by 15 still. Drew Atkins along Tyler Newkirk. That's Tyrone Banks' third personal foul, fourth team foul for the visiting LeMoyne-Owen Dragons. And what they need to do to get back into this game is, one, chase LeMoyne-Owen off the three-point line. 2, capitalize off of their mistakes. 3, play defense. Not a lot of defense is being played by Lane College, and that's one of the main reasons why they're losing.
Yeah, and that's why right now they find themselves down 15 points. That's exactly why they find themselves down 15 points right now. I mean, they had too many lapses in defense. They left guys open for from the three ball too much, you know, and they paid for it.
Daniel Hill will dish it out to Mix. Back to Hill now. Hill being double teamed, and a nice dish pass to Mix with the finish.
And see, offensively, they haven't had the worst of games. Like, offensively, they've been pretty solid. Their problem has been on the defensive end, and we've said it time and time again. If they can find a way to lock in, they can overpoint this 13-point deficit as you get the turnover by LaJustin Anderson. And he's going to get fouled there on the play by, I want to say that's Brandon Clemens. Yes, Brandon Clemens, number 11.
Well, like what you said, they have to hustle on defense, and they have to capitalize on mistakes. And LaJustin Anderson with a great opportunity to do so.
Well, yeah, defense leads to offense, and, you know, this is a perfect example of it there. He has the opportunity to knock down 2 big free throws.
First free throw is good. This could cut the lead down to 11. A big opportunity for Justin Anderson. Can he take advantage? Yes, he can. And that cuts the lead down to 11 with 10 minutes and 32 seconds left to go in the second half. Dragons trail by 11.
And good defense. Now you just got to stay with it. Good D. There you
and
go.
An offensive foul, a great call. And an offensive foul is going to be called against Jerry Hurt. I think that's his fourth or his second. Yeah, that's his third.
And nonetheless, that is textbook defense there by Daniel Hill. You know, that's the kind of defense that they're going to need to overcome this 11-point deficit that they face now. They're going to need defense like that.
Official timeout to wipe some sweat off of the floor. I think they need one of those little mop boys that they have in Division I games or NBA games that wipe sweat off the floors every time players hit the floor. Full court pressure on display for the Magicians. Clemens with the defense on Hill. Screen by Curry. And a nice touch, but couldn't finish. You have to capitalize off of those type of opportunities.
Yeah, those are the ones that they need. Those are the ones that are crucial for the comeback, especially when they come as easy as that last one could have.
No good by Hurt. Rebound battle for it. They'll call that one on Clemens.
And right now, another mistake that Lane is making, you know, they're real quick to dribble the basketball right away, right? You know, as soon as you get the ball, the first thing doesn't always have to be, okay, dribble. I'm going to look to dribble and try to push. No, you get the basketball, take a time to gather yourself, analyze the court, see what's what, see where's what, and then you proceed from there. You know, they're making a mistake a few too many times of getting the ball and just dribbling right away.
Jameer Mix at the line for the Dragons.
I think you're right, Julian. I think you need a mop. I think you need a little mop, but like a coach's son or coach's daughter, or, you know, something. We need something. We need a something with a mop on it, because, you know, the floor's gonna get wet because the players are sweating. Yeah, they bringing the little towels out every time. It's real cute.
Mix at the line. Wayne College in the bonus as LeMoyne-Owen has 7 fouls. A little bit too aggressive are the Magicians. Mix knocks down the first one. The lead is down to where it was at halftime, 10.
With 9 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the second half.
Plenty of time. Mix misses the second one, but Johnson with the rebound. Hill to cut it to 7, and he does just that.
That's a big-time shot. That's a big-time shot, because now you make this a single-digit basketball game. Hey, now you get the crowd into it. Now you apply pressure, and they're going to get him for the reach-in. That's a tough call. That's a tough call.
Only the third team foul of the half for the Dragons, and that's Johnson's second personal foul. Up top, Clemens trying to dribble in, and Mason finishes that one off the dish pass.
I mean, that's just a beautiful finish over the outstretched defender and Leonard. But, I mean, you know, if you're Lane, you're still in good shape now. You're only down 9. Plenty of time left, and 9 minutes left in this game. You know, just take your time. Take it possession by possession.
The dish outside to Johnson. Now back to Hill. And he doesn't miss that one. The lead is down to 7 again.
Now it's time to play defense. Now it's time to play defense. Right now, I think if they can get 1 or 2 steals right now, especially in a row, I was almost on cue, Drew. Almost a near steal. But no, and they're going to bring Ash back into the game, Ash and DeMar Brown. But, you know, now is the time. Now is the time to go.
Now is the time to create a run of yourself. The largest lead of the game for LeMoyne-Owen was 18. They find themselves still leading by 7. And Clemens doesn't add to it. And neither does Mason, as it's rejected by Ash. 28 seconds left on the shot clock. Jackson will inbound. Booker. Clemens.
He calling for it.
Here's Stokes. Mason will work it inside. Back outside to Stokes. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. And Mason left wide open, but Leonard fouled him.
And, I mean, listen, that's tough defense right there. And you can see they kind of signaling before he got ball. His left hand hit the guy going up. His right hand did hit ball, but his left hand hit the guy going up. You know, and that's just one of those plays where he got to go straight up.
Tory Mason at the line for the Magicians. And he knocks down the first one. This is an excellent free throw shooting team, Tyler. I have to give him credit.
Yeah, I don't think they missed a free throw yet in the game this far. I don't think. I know they went 10 for 10 in the first half. I hope I don't jinx it. I hope he hits.
And he doesn't.
Oh, see. I didn't see. Nah, that wasn't even intentional. I didn't even mean to put the commentator's jinx on him. But I know how that is, though. I know watching TV and that commentator jinx gets you.
You're right about that. And another turnover, which is not what you need if you're laying college battle for the rebound. Hurt comes up with it, and Mason gets fouled on the floor. And great hustle plays, a hustle play after a hustle play from both teams. Another media time out with 8 minutes left to go. The Dragons are down by only 8.
Why are you doing all this speeding? What time you gotta be there, huh? You ain't James Bond. You ain't some GTA character. You are not on Fast and Furious, okay? This is real life, and you are a normal pedestrian. Look at a speed sign, all right? Turn off that radio. Pay attention so you don't end up killing somebody like this fool almost did to me. This message is sponsored by Lane College, the power of potential. And remember, drive carefully.
Back at JF Lane Gymnasium, the Dragons trail by 8. Julian Atkins with you, along with Tyler Newkirk. The jump ball possession arrow will favor the Dragons on the next jump ball. 5 fouls for LCD, 7 fouls for LeMoyne-Owen. Hurt. They'll work it inside to Stokes. And Hurt thought about it. A step back three-pointer is good. They can't stop Jerry Hurt.
I mean, that's a beautiful play. Beautiful pump. Way to get the defender in the air. Take the escape dribble and then the step back.
Nice dish on the inside. And what a finish by LaJustin Anderson, who walks down the court limping.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer. Down 8. You got to make a push now.
Dragon fans pick up the volume. The pass knocked out of bounds by Daniel Hill. A little bit of a technical difficulties. We're back to basketball. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. The pickup by Ash and Tory banks. And what a put-back slam by Tory Mason.
My, that boy can fly.
The dish on the inside to DeMarcus Smith. Lays it off the window.
That 2 didn't necessarily look as flashy, but it was 2 points nonetheless.
Jerry Hurt misses, I think, his first three-pointer of the game. Lewis.
You got 2 down low. You got to pass it.
Johnson can't connect. Rebound by Brown, who can't connect. And rebound finally goes to Booker. Going coast to coast, rejected by Ash. Whoa!
They got to push. They got to push. They got numbers.
Hill for 3. Yes! The momentum has switched the Dragons. They now find themselves down by only 5.
My. How the tables have turned. Now the Dragons only find themselves down 5 points. They got the crowd into it. LeMoyne-Owen fans are completely quiet. Cheerleaders are going. Fraternities and sororities are full effect. We got a game.
We got ourselves a game. It looked like for a second the Dragons were down in the dumps as they were down by 18. But all of a sudden they find themselves down by only 5 now.
Yeah, and you know, basketball is just a game of momentum. You know, you just got to find a way to stay poised, survive the momentum swing. You know, if you can do that, you'll be fine. And right now they've done that. They've weathered the storm thus far. Now they only find themselves down 5 points. Plenty of time left.
What a game, Tyler. What a game.
I'll tell you.
That's all I can say is what a game.
I'll tell you. Now they got the music playing. Got us over here dancing. I mean, it's gonna be an exciting finish.
Oh yeah. Better believe that. Well, let's see what the Dragons apply. Will they apply full court pressure? I think that's what you do here. Apply full court pressure. If they don't apply full court pressure, I think it's going to be for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely should. They're doing the right thing now, putting this full court pressure on. They got to ride this momentum right now. Try to force some turnovers.
Dragon fans trying to pick up the volume for their Dragons. Top of the circle. Tried to feed it to Hurt. Shot clock inside of 10 seconds. Out of bounds. Last touch by the Dragons. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Inside Stokes. Banks. And that's rejected by Ash again. How many blocks has he had this game?
Get that mess out of here, man. Kadarius ass.
Damari Smith. Brown lost the handle.
And I wouldn't even put that on. I wouldn't even put that turnover on Brown. DeMar Brown, he put him in a tough situation. You know, he just kind of pushed the issue a little bit too much. You know what I mean? You're only down 5. You got to pull the ball out and run some offense and take some smart possessions now. Now is the time to not turn the ball over.
Will they turn the ball over here? Play shot clock inside of 5 and a desperation shot. What a shot by Booker.
Listen, I told you, you cannot let them shoot the ball, especially in rhythm. You can't let them shoot the 3-ball. Especially they've hit them. They've proven to hit those 3-point shots.
It's a 2-on-1 fast break. And Stokes up top. They'll slow things down.
And that's smart. You saw the seniority there by Jerry Hurt. Understanding, you know, you don't need the big play right now. You up 8. You run a little bit of clock, run a smart offensive set.
The bench wanted the big play. Ash. The great defense by Ash as the shot clock expires. Did the ball hit the rim?
Yeah, it did. They should be looking to reset the shot clock right now. It probably put 29 seconds back on the shot clock.
Did the play clock, did the shot clock, did the rim?
No, the ball hit the rim. I got you. No, the ball definitely hit the rim. The ball hit the rim.
They're probably going to put 29 seconds back on the clock, which is fair.
I think officially, they just put 28.
28,
yeah. 28.
28 seconds on the shot clock as Tory Mason, that's Tony Banks.
Yeah.
Tyrone Banks.
Yeah, Tyrone, yeah. And you saw that. I don't know. You could see the setup from the beginning. You kind of gave each other a head nod. Little play, I'm about to do this. He got open. Beautiful finish.
And the Memphis native extends the lead to 11.
And this is that second surge right here by LeMoyne-Owen. Now that Lane is going to have to weather this as well.
Foul going to be called against Stokes. 1-and-1 situation for the Dragons. That's Stokes' 4th personal foul. He'll take a seat. And Jalen Jackson will take his place. First free throw is good.
And Drew, we now hit the point in this game with 4:07 left here in the second half. We've hit the point where now it's time to execute. Now it's going to be about execution. Who can execute the best down the stretch? Who can create some turnovers? It's a 10-point game, potentially a 9-point game here. Still in reach, 3-possession game if they hit the free throw, which they do. So now it's a 9-point game. 3-possession game. Now that you have to lock in defensively. Execution on both ends of the floor is key.
Execution is key to winning any game. A bad pass, and it'll turn back over to the Dragons.
And that's one you needed there for Lane. That is the turnover that you needed. Now you're going into this media timeout, set up some good offense and get a good look at the rim and cut the lead down. Cut the deficit down.
Can they capitalize off the turnover? We'll find out after the break.
Hey everybody, I hope your students enjoyed your summer. This 2018-2019 school year, we have a lot in store for you. And speaking of stores, make sure you visit your local bookstore so you can get your books. Every student this year is entitled to their own books. It's included in your tuition. So stop by today. It's behind your water tower located right by the all-girls dorm. On your way there, you'll see the gym and you'll see the blacktop. Just make sure you're looking out for the bookstore. We can't wait to see you.
Come on a journey with us to a world connecting you to your college. With a world that is changing at a rapid pace and is technology driven, the Mass Communication Department provides valuable news and information to the public, providing commentary, entertaining through film, radio, television. You can count on the Mass Communications Dragons to keep you on your toes and in the know of the latest activities going on campus on all social sites. WLCD, the voice of the Dragons.
Welcome back to Wayne College Gymnasium. The old rivalry brought back to the original gym where it's supposed to be. Can the Dragons capitalize off of a turnover? No, they can't. They turned the ball over themselves. And they're going to say the last touch was by Ash.
And that is the exact opposite of what you were looking for out of the time out there if you're Coach Bazemore. I mean, you know, you got to take advantage of that. Especially, again, now you got 3:40 left in this game. You got to take advantage of every opportunity you get. As you see Jalen Jackson there for LeMoyne-Owen get the 2 points to expand their lead.
Hill outside, 3 on the way. Ash, the finish.
Savvy
The
tip
cleanup.
move. Savvy tip by Jameer Mix, understanding that he probably couldn't secure the rebound had he gone up, but he's able to tip it to Kendarius Ash for the layup.
Nice move there by Mix. Bad pass stolen by Mix.
They got to convert.
Can they? Rims out from 3. And Kendarius Ash gets fouled, and they've got a chance to capitalize off the turnover with free throws.
I'll tell you what, that was a risky play there by Jameer Mix. You know, deciding to pass up the easy 2, even though they're down 9 points for the 3-point shot, and Justin Anderson nearly capitalized and converted.
The Decatur native misses the first free throw attempt.
And he struggled. He struggled from the free throw line all game today. I think he has yet to hit any thus far.
Second shot is good, and it cuts the lead down to 8 with 2:45 and counting left to go. Double team pressure on display.
They got to put some pressure on. There you go. Close the distance. There you go.
Lou Johnson will put pressure on him. I think what they're trying to do is run out the clock. And a double dribbling violation. It'll turn over to the Dragons. And for a second, I thought the shot clock wasn't running, but I was only looking at one. The other one had the shot clock inside of 5 seconds.
That was the break. That was the break right there you needed if you were Lane. You didn't capitalize the first time that you got the break with the turnover. But now you just caught another break even later on in this game. I mean, this one you absolutely have to convert on, especially being down 8 points.
Brown. Hill. Step back three-pointer. Rattles out. Over the top. It'll turn right back over to the Dragons.
You know, I wonder if the players think that they need a three-point shot here. I mean, you know, that was an unwarranted three. Nothing about that three-point shot was a good one.
Take what you can get. You don't need three-pointers here. You don't need a foul because LeMoyne-Owen is now in the bonus.
And now for what's been a really good free throw shooting team the entire day, as a team only missing 1 or 2, now they're going to have a chance to close this game out at the free throw line. And, you know, now they can get even more aggressive.
Tyrone Banks at the free throw line for LeMoyne-Owen. And he misses the only free throw that he had. And turn it right back over, but Ash steals it back. And a travel going to be called. What's going on the court?
They're gonna
here?
reset, not a travel. They're gonna reset the shot clock. The shot clock didn't reset.
Yeah, they're gonna reset the shot clock, give Lane a fresh 30. Ash. Nix. Inside Ash. Hill. Outside now. Smith. Brown for three. No good. Battle for the rebound. And oh my goodness. I don't think Daniel Hill agreed with that foul call.
And right now, I think Lane is being you can tell the crowd didn't like the foul call. You know, and it might not necessarily been a foul call, but it might not necessarily been a foul, but I will say this. They've kind of started to shoot themselves out of this game a little bit, more and more. The more they shoot the ball, they're not converting right now. They need to be more aggressive and attack the rim.
First free throw by Tory Mason is good. Extends the lead to 9.
Wait, 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the game. 1 minute and 40 seconds left here in the game.
Second three-pointer or free throw. Good. 10-point lead for the Magicians again. Hill will drive it in, but can't finish. He gets his own miss. And Brown.
Are they going to get the goaltend? Yeah, they're going to count the basket, too.
Yeah, that's a goaltend by Mason. And Brown got fouled.
It's another break. Another break there for Lane.
You're right. Free throw rattles in for Brown. 1:30 left to go.
And now they're going to have to put on some full court pressure.
The game clock didn't start. They'll take away some seconds. They'll double team. A foul's going to be called against Hill. With 1:25. Tyrone Banks will be at the line for the Magicians. They'll tag Hill with his 5th and final foul of the game. He'll have to take a seat. Fouled out of this game. And he's been a difference maker. Banks. Rims out. Mix for 3. Yes.
They put 2. I think. Did they call that a 2 or a 3?
I think that was a 3.
Oh, okay, there you go. They added the extra
that's a 3.
point there. Okay, there you go. So now again, 1 minute and 16 seconds left. It's a 4-point game. Again, you just got to lock in defensively. I mean, you're not out of this game at all by any means. Now it's just time to lock in defensively. You don't have to foul, but you do have to take advantage of playing great defense and scoring the ball.
It's 81-77. The Magicians were in control, 18. 1:16 left. All they need is another defensive stop and a score.
And see, you know, right now what would be really good for the Dragons if they can force the turnover without fouling. Right. That's the key part, without fouling. If they can force the turnover without fouling, and maybe that'll lead to a fast break layup or a dunk.
Full court pressure on display, and a steal by Brown, and they're getting closer.
Right on cue. They got to get back on D. Right on cue.
And Mason, or excuse me, that's who is that? That's Booker that called a timeout. The Dragons are within 2.
Again, that's that defensive pressure right there. Applying that pressure. It was right on cue. That's all you got to do right now. You got to play smart defense. That's the key right now.
And this crowd is pretty much into this one. But I don't understand why fans are starting to head for the exits. Former Lane College standout Tevin Roberts is in the building today on the far side of the court. Booker will inbound the ball for the Magicians.
Good pressure. Good trap.
There's Hurt. Lost the handle, almost lost the handle, and not a smart foul by DeMarc Brown.
I mean, that's just not smart basketball there at all. I mean, at all. Now you're going to give him a good free throw shooter, 2 free throws.
They're in the double bonus.
And, I mean, he was stumbling. He was falling to the ground.
And he misses the first one off front iron.
Lane has caught a lot of breaks thus far in this basketball game.
A lot. You're right. His ears were ringing, but he knocked that one down. His ears were probably ringing. An official timeout to talk to the coach, I believe. Ash nearly lost the handle. Mix.
You got to go.
To Ash.
You got to go.
You have to.
40 seconds left. You don't need a three-pointer. You can attack the basket. There you go.
Mix. A 3. Anyway, and it knocks it down. Whoa. 82-82.
Uh-oh.
And things getting a little bit chippy.
Uh-oh.
They have to hold DeMarc Brown back.
Rivalry.
This is the true definition of a rivalry game.
Rivalry.
Lucious Brown telling DeMarc Brown that he needs to calm his horses. We don't need any technical fouls here.
Nah, you got to relax. You just tied this basketball game with Jameer Mix's big three-point shot. Now the crowd is going to let him hear it now. 36 seconds left in this game. Both sides is going to pick up.
Everybody is on their feet.
Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Round 12, the heavyweight fight. Tyson versus Holyfield.
I don't know about that.
I'll tell you, it feel like it. Near 5 seconds.
They'll get it inbounds to Hurt. Hurt on the attack. Rejected by Ash. They have to hold students back. Security is on the court. 25 seconds was wasted.
Listen.
And a timeout called by the Magicians.
Here we go. Here we go, Drew. Here we go. Hey, listen. I told you this game. I told you this finish was going to come down. This is going to come down to the end. This is going to be better than the women's finish.
You can hear everybody on their feet chanting the LCD chant.
Now you get LeMoyne-Owen got their chant going.
Yep.
Oh, this is great. This is a great atmosphere. This is
a fun game.
Greatness right here.
This is a fun game. Really a fun game.
Everybody in the gym right now is standing up on their feet for this last part of this fourth quarter.
Jameer Mix knocks down the triple, ties the game. 25 seconds on the shot clock. And while this game has changed dramatically.
And what, you know, we talked about the DeSantis and Terry Holt being out, right? How fitting for the senior Jameer Mix to step up and knock down the big three-point shot to tie this ball game up. I mean, that's the kind of senior leadership that we've been talking about that needs to step up. And, you know, Jameer Mix has been that guy thus far down the stretch, knocking down the big three-ball.
They just need one more stop, the coach Chris Adams tells them.
30 seconds, 30.2 seconds left on the game clock.
And a foul's going to be called on DeMaric Smith.
They're going to get DeMaric, and that's tough. DeMaric Brown down the stretch has had 2 big, tough foul calls on him. And, I mean, that just can't happen. You can't put yourself in that position.
I think that's his 4th. One more foul, and he's out.
I tell you what, everybody in this building right now is standing. There's already a sellout crowd. Everybody in this building, you're going to hear him when he shoots these free throws.
The shot clock is off.
Everybody's hovering our shoulders. Literally, this place is packed.
What's going on the court here? I think this game is so intense that the referees have to get control of it. Hopefully they've got everything under control now.
And here comes the noise.
Here they come. They can't hear, he can't hear a thing. Will that distract him? Nope. Dragons trail by 1 now.
I mean, Jay Hurt is a senior. You know, I expect him to have ice in his veins. Pretty sure he's seen these moments before.
The game clock and the shot clock are both even. He misses the second one. All they have to do is shoot a 2.
One shot. You play for one shot here. You don't rush anything. You don't force
I
nothing.
wouldn't.
Play for one shot.
Why would you shoot that? Rebound by Johnson. Inside, Darius Edge. Whoa! 84 to 83.
Uh-oh.
And 1.
Oh, my
wow. Darius Ash with a chance to stretch it to 2.
Hey, listen, everybody in this place right now, my goodness.
And he knocks it down, 85 to 83. Timeout, LeMoyne-Owen.
Uh-oh. 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 Just listen to it. It's beautiful, Noah. I mean, there's nothing else like this.
You have got to be kidding me. 11 seconds left.
All right, so right now.
If this game goes to overtime.
And that's exactly what I was about to say right now.
Oh, my gosh.
We've been preaching defense the entire game, right? We've been preaching defense. This is right now, this is the biggest defensive play of the game thus far. Right now, Lane has to absolutely lock in defensively. What I'm afraid of, what I hope that they corrected right now as we down here in the last possession of the game, is they've corrected leaving the three-point shot wide open, right? You don't want them to leave that three-point shot wide open because LeMoyne-Owen has been hitting that consistently throughout the entirety of the game. So Lane has to be smart defensively here, understand that they cannot foul, they cannot leave anyone open, and know that one defensive stop, and they'll win this basketball game.
Lane College was trailing by 18. Coming out of the break, they are up 2 with 11.5 seconds left to go. The shot clock is off.
Here we go. Last 11 seconds. Here we go.
Banks. Battle for the rebound. Jump ball. Possession goes to the Dragons. What a defensive stop. Jameer Mix came up with the basketball.
Who else?
And they have just about sealed the deal here in Jackson.
Who else? That savvy senior, that cold-blooded senior, coming up with the big stop on the defensive end and the offensive end. Now still 2.4 seconds left in this game. So they still got to finish. They still have to finish.
What a game this was. Lane College with the lead and the ball. A full timeout called by LeMoyne-Owen.
And that last possession there was just a tough break for Tyrone Banks. You know, he was trying to force. He was trying to do a little bit too much. You know, you got to realize that, yes, you got 11 seconds. And you got to push the issue, but you can't dribble through the entire team.
You're right. You just can't. Roger Ogden reminding the students to not get on the floor. 2.4 seconds left.
Well, LeMoyne-Owen is obviously looking for a quick foul here. Got to be.
Martez Briggs will do so. 1.8 seconds left to go. Kendarius Ash has a chance to seal this game with both free throws. 1 second remaining.
Wait, 1.8. 1 point, you got to say the whole thing right now. 1.8. Because every second, every tenth of a second right now is going to count. And as you just said before, Ash has a chance to seal this game.
First free throw is good. 3-point lead.
And now this is the big free throw right here. If you hit, you win. If you miss, they still got a
slight chance.
Very
a little slight chance. What a game this was from start to finish, Tyler. Second shot.
Ball
good.
game.
Game over.
Ball game.
Game over. LCD has got their revenge on LeMoyne-Owen.
Ball game.
What a game this was from start to finish, and I cannot wait to see the stats. It was a high-scoring game, 87-83.
That was a heck of a game, heck of a finish, heck of an atmosphere all around. I mean, that is true HBCU rivalry basketball. in its finest form.
Wow. This was a hell of a game, heck of a game. A heck of a game for the Dragons. For both teams, actually.
And that's a big time win there for Lane. You know, the girls took a tough loss, but the boys were able to kind of avenge things, and get the win there, I guess, for both sides.
We're going to take a quick break and come back with the final stats. Back here at Lane College Gymnasium. What a game this was from start to finish, and what fight for the Lane College Dragons to battle back from down 18 and winning this game by 4.
Yeah, definitely. And you saw the fight in him. Like you just said, down 18, able to come back, fight the adversity, fight through with multiple runs by LeMoyne-Owen, and able to kind of overcome that deficit and get this lead. LeMoyne-Owen they turned the ball over a lot, especially down the stretch, and that was to Lane's advantage. They didn't capitalize on it when I thought they probably should have, but they made up for that and capitalized on it when they absolutely needed to, and you clearly saw it.
Right. Let's take a journey into the stat sheet with you, my man, Tyler Newkirk.
There we go. So I'm going to read off these quick stats. First, we'll start off with LeMoyne-Owen's stat. The two guys for them down the stretch that helped to kind of, push. Ultimately, they lost. But the help kind of push was Devin Booker with 21 points and also Tory Mason with 18 points. Those were LeMoyne-Owen's two biggest contributors, especially when it mattered most. But down the stretch, Lane was just too much. Lane had too much firepower. DeMar Brown finished with 16. Kendarius Ash finished with 10, and he also finished with those 2 key free throws to help seal the basketball game for him. Also, LaJustin Anderson, huge game as far as the three-pointers go. He knocked down some really big three-point shots in times of need. They needed the three-point shots. He got them. He knocked them down. Daniel Hill, he fouled out a little early not early, but he fouled out later in the fourth quarter.
He was a key factor, too.
Yeah, in the second half, excuse me. Yes, he had 19 points. But for me, and I'm going to give him this game, I'm going to give him the player of the game, Jameer Mix. Senior Jameer Mix stepped up when it mattered most. He finished with 12 points, so he wasn't the highest scoring, but he was 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4 from the three-point line, in the biggest way possible. He hit the 3 to tie the ball game up late on in the game, and he also was the guy to come up with the basketball later on when they needed to stop on defense. So, he kind of set the pace later on down the stretch. He picked up the seniority for Hope and for Sanders. So, Jameer Mix is the player of the game. But, I was really impressed with Lane. I was impressed with their effort. I was impressed with their hustle late on in the game. And I was impressed with their drive to be able to overcome their deficit.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt one of the greatest comebacks in HBCU history, and not only in HBCU history, but in school history, as the Lane College Dragons go on to win it 87-83. On behalf of the Mass Communications Department here at Lane College, my partner Tyler Newkirk, I'm Julian Atkins, saying so long and thank you for watching.
Y'all have a good one. Peace.